Hi Design Thinkers, this is Ferenc coming to you from the Projects Lab. We're going to do a design thinking challenge today, and I'm going to show you what it is in a couple minutes. But while I was setting up this challenge, it reminded me of something that I used to love when I was a kid, but I never had one. And I used to see this item in roadside stores when we were traveling, or sometimes I would see it in the back of a magazine for sale. Just a humorous item that always made me laugh and kind of intrigued me. Maybe after you see what I built, you'll want to build one at home. It's pretty simple. Let's take a look at it right now. So this is the Ye Old West magic string weather indicator. And all I did was I took a piece of 1x4, or you could use any scrap that you have, and I put a nail through it. Can you guys see the nail going through it at a 45-degree angle? And then I attached a string to the nail. So let's talk about this, and I'm just going to put it over here so we can take a look at what we got. All right, so this is the Ye Old West magic string weather indicator. Basically, what you do is you look at the string, and it will tell you the weather. So if the string is wet, it must be rainy. If the string has a shadow, it's sunny. If the string is swinging, it must be windy. If the string is sitting still, it's calm. If the string is hard to see, it's foggy. If the string is stiff, it must be frozen. If the string is gone, tornado. So, I always thought that was really, really funny. But what does it have to do with today's lesson? So, just what is today's challenge? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to find something around the house, and it can be anything, and you will definitely have to use your imagination. And you're going to find 20 uses for it that are not the original design. For instance, I happen to have a coat hanger. Now, a coat hanger is very well designed for hanging coats. You put your coat on it, and then you hang it over a pole, and then it goes in the closet. And it does a really good job as a coat hanger. But it is really useful for so many other things. In fact, it's one of the most useful things in your entire house. For instance, you could, if you drop something behind a couch, you could stretch this out, and you could use it to pick things up. I use it all the time, well, not all the time, but every couple of months we have to clean the hair out of the drains in the showers. So I take the hook and I bend it and I can stick it down there. But there's other things you could use it for. You could hang up your wrenches and to organize them. Or I also noticed that you could make a wind chime out of it. And what else can you do? Let's say you needed a Valentine for somebody. You could make one out of this and then maybe put some paper around it and wrap it up and paint it. Can you guys see that I made a Valentine of it? One time, and this is a true story, we were on vacation and we didn't have a star for our holiday tree. So I made a star shape and we used that for the top of the tree. You could dip this in soap and make a bubble blower. You could use it as a back scratcher. You could bend it into a paper clip shape and make a giant paper clip to keep your bags of potato chips fresh. You could, I don't know, you could do so many things with the coat hanger. It's incredible. So that's the idea. I want you to find something, and I want you to figure out 20 uses for it. So as an example, I found the brick. This brick has been in the projects lab for a while, and I'm going to find 20 uses for this brick. All right? Now, you can't use a coat hanger and you can't use a brick for your project because I already did that. So let's take a look at the brick and the 20 uses we can find for it. All right, design thinkers, I'm ready to start ideating. When we know what ideating means, that's when you start coming up with ideas. I have a brick. I think it's very important that when you're, it's very important that you have the item that you're thinking about in your hands because you'll need to feel the textures and see the colors and feel the weight so that you can figure out some of the uses for your item, okay, that might be different. It's really hard to just imagine all those things, but when I'm holding this brick, I can definitely tell different things about it that I hadn't thought of before. So I'm going to put this brick here. Now I made a piece of paper with a bunch of bricks on it, and you don't have to do that, but it helps me because I love to draw and I want to be able to see what I'm doing and keep my pencil going. It's definitely easier to keep your pencil going. Always keep your pencil going. Okay, so I'm going to figure out 12 uses for this brick. Brick. Okay, here we go. All right, friends, let's see what I got here. So I came up with 12 ideas for the brick, and let's go through them and you can see this. So I guess the first one is kind of obvious. You could build a house if you had a brick, and if you had a bunch of bricks, you could definitely build a bigger house. So that's kind of an obvious one. Stop a car. That's another obvious one too. If the car's brakes weren't working, you could definitely stop a car with a brick, keep it from rolling down the hill. This one, I just was thinking about what the brick is made out of, and it's kind of made out of some kind of clay which has been dried, but I was thinking if you broke it up and smashed it and then you mix the crumble with water, then you might be able to make some paints. So I don't know about that one, especially if the brick was red. This one is just kind of yellowy, but that might make an interesting thing if your bricks were made into paint. Okay, I made a bed for a tiny person, maybe a doll. It would be a doll-sized bed, a very uncomfortable bed, although some people do like firm mattresses, so maybe that's for them. Oh, if you were going to test gravity, like if you were worried that gravity stopped working, you could definitely use the brick to test gravity. Yep, gravity is still working. I thought when I was looking at this, it kind of looks like a Volkswagen van. You know, Volkswagen vans are very square, so I was thinking it would make a slow Volkswagen van. Gold! You ever heard the term gold bricking? So what if my brick was made out of gold? I would be rich! So then I could just think about all the things I would do with all my money if I had a gold brick like that. Now, what if it was a really windy day? You might want a brick hat because it wouldn't fly away. So, sometimes if you're at a friend's house and they're a hipster and they're playing records on their record player and you didn't like the song, you could drop the brick on the record player and then it would stop the music and then you wouldn't have to hear their lousy song. What if aliens came and they all looked like bricks? Then you could use your brick to make a fake alien and then they would know that we're friendly people with our alien bricks. If you had a friend who loved bricks, you could give them a brick as a present. And finally, the last one, I guess this is a good one too. It's always good to keep a brick inside your house in case there's a fire and you need to smash a window to escape. You could use the brick to smash the window and escape safely. So that's my 12 uses for a brick. And I want you guys to come up with 12 uses for some household item. Okay? I want you to take a picture of it and send it to me. Hey guys, earlier in the video while I was talking about the coat hanger, I forgot to tell you about one of the coolest things I ever made out of a coat hanger. Check this out. This is a camera holder so that I can work with my hands in front of me and still do my drawing and stuff, but my hands are free. Can you believe how cool that is? People spend hundreds of dollars buying these things from Amazon to put around it, and you can make it for free with a coat hanger. So check it out. It's just my iPhone and a coat hanger, and it goes around my neck. Isn't that cool? Anyway, I thought you would like to see that. And then I can draw or whatever I want to do. So, bonus. All right, see you guys later.